realized that you're saying I'm racist against white people.
Oh.
That's what they were saying.
That's crazy.
I was like, that's not really a thing.
They're laughing. He says you cannot be racist against white people. This is Adam Gross, a self-proclaimed Jew who is the owner of the biggest reggae record label in all of the world, Ineffable Records. You can go to his Instagram and you can see he has worked with the biggest reggae artists in the world right now, like Jesse Royal and Proto G, and there's Stick Figure and Mike Love, and there's Proto G working with the Jew. This is his website, some of the artists that he's working with. Anything from Jamaica reggae to Cali roots to Hawaiian reggae music. Mike Love, Jesse Royal, who has sent me DMs saying that I am a slave master, that all white people are slave masters. So that's Adam Gross, the owner of Ineffable Records, the biggest reggae record label company in the whole world, is this young Jew guy who says that you cannot be racist toward white people. White people, stand up. White man, stand up. Seriously, we are done with it.
The argument that people are making is like, they're like, oh, you're criticizing my religion, right? They're saying like, if I identify as Rastafari and I'm this white guy, oh, you're criticizing my religion. And I'm like, well, you can't really be Rastafari and be white, because the entire movement was about like the reunification of like displaced African people worldwide. So I'm like, it doesn't.
The entire movement was about the reunification of displaced African people worldwide. He's talking about Marcus Garvey syndrome. He's not talking about Rastafari Haile Selassie. He's not talking about Haile Selassie, the Christian monarch who spent his entire life trying to modernize Ethiopia to have Western values, trying to incorporate Western values that white people made into his nation, Ethiopia. Read his speeches, read his autobiography. His entire mission was based around making Ethiopia more like how the white people made their countries. This is the truth. This is objectively true. He's talking about Marcus Garvey syndrome, the Back to Africa movement that was obviously a massive failure. There's so many different cultures that black people are a part of. You can't just do a big melting pot of black people from everywhere and expect them to get along. That's insane. Imagine taking a bunch of black people from Memphis, Tennessee, and merging them with the Nigerian Protestant Christian or the Ethiopian Tewahedo Orthodox Christian. It's not going to work. This is why the Back to Africa movement was a massive failure. And bobos like this say that white people can't be Rastafari. I'm going to tell you that black people cannot be Rastafari, because the movement of Rastafari is outdated. You cannot be a Rastafari. Check it out. The Rastafari movement has basically just become people telling other people that they're not Rastafari. Just like this video I'm making right now. I'm saying black people can't be Rastafari because nobody can be Rastafari. It's schismatic. What's good about Rastafari movement is that it may lead you to Christ. Read the life of Haile Selassie, Rastafari. He was an Tewahedo Orthodox Christian. He gave his entire life to Christ. He had a very, very zealous prayer life. Read his life, and you will know that he's just pointing you to Christ. Haile Selassie went to Jamaica once. What did he do? Start an Orthodox Christian church. Yeah, he didn't say that he was God. Black people cannot be Rastafari because that is a fake identity. Just like people that say that they're gay.
I want to be something that you tell me that I cannot be a part of, because you just tell me that's how enough people stay in and say, for me tell them, say, I can't do this, I can't do that. No. Why? Why me can't say the N-word as a white man? It's crazy.
But the thing is, so well,
this guy speaking for white people saying that they can't be part of the Rastafari movement. There are some good things that have come out of the Rastafari movement that are based in truth and true Christian values, like good over evil, international morality, which is absolute truth, one love, because God is one, the Holy Trinity, one in essence, one God, one love, but not gay. Gay is not love. Love cannot be gay. I bet these guys are super, super pro-gay. These guys seem like such normies. I bet they're so pro-gay in the name of I'm so open-minded and chill. They're pro-gay rights and pro-abortion and all this stuff. These are Bobo the Clowns, and this guy talking right here is Adam Gross, the owner, the president of the biggest reggae record label in the entire world.
It's a religion, and I mean, everybody can be a part of the religion. It's about like subscribing to the tenets and the faith and practicing the rules, I guess.
She doesn't know what she's talking about because what she's talking about doesn't exist. There are no rules and tenets or any of these things. They talk about human rights, but there's never a list of these rights. There are no rules and tenets. Just like Protestantism with tons of denominations, the Rastafari movement is just schismatic. It's schismatic from what is true. And like I said, it's just people telling other people that they're not Rastafari. You're not a real Rasta. No, you're not. No, I'm a real Rasta. No, you're not a real Rasta. Like, yeah, it's so old. It's an old and tired story. It's so outdated.
The thing is that yes, they know that they're a white man, and yes, they probably know that they were a part of the issue or them race, whatever. But they're actively taking steps to correct or rectify that them can still be a part of the Rastafari movement.
Yeah.
We've heard that so many times too. As long as you recognize that there's white supremacy and that your ancestors did bad things, then you're on the right track, white man. Good boy, white boy. Good goy, white boy. You're doing a great job. Good job following orders, white boy, and hating yourself. Good job following our orders, goy boy, and hating yourself. You better talk about how your ancestors were slave masters. You better talk about how your great-great-granddaddy whipped a black man. You better kiss black boots, white boy.
I mean, it's not up to me. I wouldn't be the person to ask what it should or shouldn't be. That's why I think intention matters.
It's not up to me. I shouldn't be the person to ask what should and shouldn't be, but white people cannot be Rastas. It's not up to me, but you cannot be racist towards white people. This guy, man. You know, it's amazing. I started exposing the reggae movement, where it is, where it's going, how degenerate and gay it has become. And then I find out about this guy, the president of the biggest reggae record label in the whole world, spieling this anti-white propaganda.
Here's a question now.
Uh-oh.
Can a white Jamaican be a Rastafarian?
Silence.
I think they're more than anybody can be. I mean,
I know you're talking about nationality versus, ethnicity.
Yeah.
So they're unsure. They don't know if a white Jamaican can be Rastafari or not. I'm telling you, the movement is just people telling other people that they're not a true Rasta. That's literally what it has become. It's so schismatic. It has separated into millions of parts. It's just piggybacked on this anti-white propaganda that the social engineers of this world are pushing in the West. There are some principles that have come out of the Rastafari movement that are based in Christian ethics and Christian morality and Christian truth. And one thing, is calling out the politicians, calling out Babylon. These people are what the Rastafari would consider Babylon. They are spieling anti-white rhetoric that they have been taught by the social engineers of this world. Something that Haile Selassie would never utter out of his mouth. Haile Selassie Rastafari. It has just become another anti-white propaganda piece. White man bad, and a myopic approach to what history is. Ethiopia, Rastafari, Haile Selassie, he was still dealing with a ton of black-on-black slavery in his nation. England was the first nation to abolish slavery worldwide. Haile Selassie wanted to adopt that. He was tired of black people enslaving black people in his own nation. He wanted to adopt white Western values, and the majority of his mission was based around that. Read his speeches, read his autobiographies, volume 1 and 2, and you will find that out. And he will also point you to Christ. He will not point you to this anti-white political rhetoric that these bobos are spewing right here.
So even just praying it as a religion.
But you know it's a religion, right? They're different sects to the
is when you look
thing.
upon it from the outside and basically how it is set up. But still, from the inside, a lot of them don't see it as a religion because of how them
cannot see it as a religion, but it is.
That's all it comes down to is, no, you're not a real Rasta. I'm a real Rasta. No, he's a real Rasta. No, she's a true Rasta. No, white people can't be Rastas. Now I'm saying, as a joke, kind of, black people cannot be Rastas. Yeah, no, black people cannot be Rastafari. Am I the first person to say that black people cannot be Rastafari? You have to admit that's funny.
If you fuck with the culture, you fuck with the culture.
Yeah,
but like,
you know,
can you actually be a Rastafari? That was the question. And in essence, it can't really be.
In essence, you can't really be a Rastafari if you're white. That was the question, and that's what this guy is saying right here. Black people cannot be Rastafari. How about that? Hey, Adam Gross, the president of Ineffable Records, I challenge you to an open debate. Let's speak face to face. We can title the debate, Can Black People Be Rastafari? Yeah, that's going to be the title of our debate, buddy. Bring it on. I doubt you'll ever speak to me. These guys are silly billies, and once again, I'm vindicated. The Rastafari movement, the reggae movement, has become a total joke. Let's bring it back to its roots. Let's bring it back to truth. None of this anti-white political rhetoric that they're spieling. Let's actually stay true. Let's actually be in truth here. So, giving thanks.
Feminism is a problem.